Okay guys, hey, it's TC here, bringing you my first video that we're going to try and make. So, this is the Vk28 Tier 6 German scout tank. Not had this long, only played a few games in it. Was led onto it by Helldog, one of the watchers of the stream. It's got quite a lot of health for a tier 6 scout, 610 hit points, so it can take a hit. Although it will meet, obviously, it will meet tier 9s, and that level, the one shot is real. Standard setup: 610 hit points, 650 horsepower engine, 68 kph, top speed. It's for a scout tank. It's got armor, but I wouldn't rely on it. My setup gives me 438 view range and 757 base signal range for your radio and for the view range. Crew, as you can see, I've got 6 cents and I'm working on camo for the commander. The gunner, the driver, the radio operator, the loader, I've stacked camo on all of them. I've made use of Wargaming's free convert free XP to crew to give my commander 6 cents. Obviously, scout tank, you need to know if you're spotted, else it's game over fairly quickly. Set out, I've gone with the 105mm howitzer, 7.5 rounds a minute, 6.75 second reload, does a decent amount of damage and will penetrate if you hit those shots on lightly armoured targets such as opposite scout tanks. And also you do fairly consistent damage against more heavily armoured things, but you will only do 50s, 60s, 70s, maybe the odd 100. Everything else is top spec. My equipment, I've gone with vents, rammer and coated optics for that extra view range. Ammo loadout, I don't use any AP shells. I have 12 heat and I have 30 HE shells. I've then got a large repair kit, large first aid kit and a large automatic fire extinguisher. So, not had it long. As you can see, we've got a first mark of excellence on it as well. Camo paint on it just to add a bit of extra bump. I think it has about 5%, might be wrong. Google's your friend on that one. And that's basically it about the tank. Why am I doing the review? Well, as we can see here in the bottom, we had a fantastic game this morning in it, which gave us 10,256 base experience. 10,256 experience in the game. Base experience, what am I saying? That's ridiculous. And 3.5k WN8. A really strong game, I think, and really good for passive scouting to give you an idea, especially on the map we were on. So we'll lead into that. Okay, so here we go. We're just loading into the game now. As you can see, it's a predominantly it's a tier 7, tier 6 game. We're on the Prokhorovka, very salient map. So we'll use the free cam mode initially, and then we'll switch to what I was looking at for a couple of spots. So, as we see, both teams there. Fairly even matchup. We don't know the chance to win. I don't have it enabled, as you can see. So I'll wait for the countdown. The countdown timer will be ticking on. Initial positioning. We're going to head for what most scout drivers will call the magic bush. That magic E1 F1 position on this map. Now this Nashorn here, this guy, is going to be a rock star for us. Just a bit of a spoiler there for you. So as you can see, it's no slouch. We're already up to top speed. Heading across the magic bush. I'm not really taking the best route. I should be making more use of concealment heading this way, but it's a small gripe. So we've spotted their scouts on the other side, so I'm fairly happy and confident that I can push up and across this open field and enter the magic bush. Now this is where the replay gets a little bit boring, I'm afraid, guys. Now we're in this bush. We'll go to the fixed camera so you can see what I'm looking at, and initially I'm just going to wait for targets to appear. Going to give our team the best possible opportunity and see what we can spot. So already we've spotted the T29, we've spotted the Oni, we've spotted the 3485, and we're going to start calling firing on these guys. Now initially this is one of the most frustrating things when you play when I find when you play scout tanks. You'll be asking for targets to be hit and your team won't seem to respond. Now this is my mistake because I am quite tunnel visioned. If I come out of, you'll see that T29 over there has actually taken a bit of damage, and he's continuing to take damage. That's because we're actually spotting him and our team is shooting him, mainly due to the rend range and what they can see. We're still concentrating heavily on the Oni there, and now the IS. So that's an error on my part because I tunnel visioned on these tanks. I did always keep my eye on the minimap. I will stress that. All the time you can hear this ting in the side. That's part of the OMC mod pack that I run, and it's telling me that I'm getting spotting damage for people taking damage. We spotted the Yoho now, the OI there, the tier 6 Japanese heavy. He's pushing up. Now I do get a little bit nervous here because, as you can see, he's getting very close to us. He's within 188 meters of us there, with a 61% chance of us being spotted. 63% chance of being spotted. 178 meters away. You'll notice I don't run a camo net, so this is a very squeaky bum moment. But luckily, the guys behind us are being real rock stars, laying in some good support fire here. Now we've got the OI experimental there pushing up, so we're lighting all these tanks up for the guys behind us. There's the Nashorn's first kill. He will be getting more. There's Nashorn's second kill. So far we haven't been spotted at all. We've not pulled the trigger, just stayed silent in this location. So again, we focus on the Oni through sniper mode. We've got the T37, which I do get a little bit concerned about, but it's there. And there goes one of their tier 7 heavies. The temptation to pull the trigger on these two tanks, especially that low health T29 there, is amazing. But you've got to show trigger discipline with your scout tanks. Now we've spotted the box tank. There he is, moving up. Another dangerous tank for scout tanks. Oh, there's a gun we can take out of play very quickly. We're asking for fire support on him. And there we go, the Nashorn says thank you very much and takes his 4th kill of the game. All of this is down to us. So now we have to wait very patiently. 100Y. Once the SU-100Y is killed on this flank, that's this flank secured completely in its entirety. And there he is. He's pulled forward. And won't be long before he's dead now. Some more good damaging hits there. One more shot will take this guy out. But it looks like it's actually the Panzer III-4 that's shooting him. So he doesn't do a lot of damage. Oh wait, one more shell for this guy. So yeah, it's the Panzer III-4 that's shooting him. As you can see there, it's a gun, so he won't be able to one-shot him successfully. But he's up to 2 kills, and our Nashorn's up to 5 kills now. We're no longer providing any viable support on this side for our team. There's nothing on this side. So, I'm going to relocate. I'll wait for the Cromwell to go dark on us, and then I'm going to head down to a position. Okay, I hold in the bush as a tier 6 medium. So we're going to make use of the terrain feature. As you can see, we're just below the edge. We're heading to these bushes here. And we stop. Now it doesn't look like we've got much concealment here, but it is actually fairly effective. As camo, but I have camo. So we spot the KV2. And we can see the Cromwell there. That's probably being spotted by the Nashorn behind us. We're probably not, but we may. You see the Cromwell there falling back and around. Now I've noticed this on my mini-map. Now my initial thoughts are that he's going to pop up on the ridge 8 in G2-ish. So there's Nashorn telling us he's only got 1 shell left. He's done a phenomenal game, the Nashorn. And he does indeed use his last shell to great effect to help us. We'll see that shortly. So there you can see a little bit of banter in game there. I'm asking him how much arses he kicks to almost be out of ammo. So here, decided I want to find where the Cromwell is and get him out of the game, because he could be lighting up the team or causing concern. I had a suspicion he would be in the F1 E1 location. And you can see, popped up on the road. I've got bushes on either side of him, and there he is. So straight away, we hit him with our first shell, take his tracks out, and the Nashorn saves our bacon. The Panzer IV-H and the Arty put a shell towards us. There's another shell from the Panzer IV-H, but we're off, we're gone, we're running. Now my idea here is artillery, but that sneaky little Crusader SP isn't in the normal arty spots down here. We finally find the KV-85. He's not been seen all game. And someone's just put a shell into him for us. So as you can see, I'm clear. The KV-85 doesn't have good view range. We're far enough away that we should reliably not be spotted by him. Bit of airtime there as we're flying past. We don't enter the cap circle to give away our location. I think about stopping and taking a blind shot for the KV-85, but I don't think it's a good use of ammo. Now, I come around this corner, I'm a little bit cautious now, but where's the artillery? Okay, I'll pop the ridge. Still no sign of him. So I'm a bit worried, I'm a bit concerned at this point. I take a blind shot here. Maybe not the best start, but you never know. Shots seem to go very, very high, but It's a howitzer, it's the way it flies. I decide then I'll make use of pushing up this side. And then I get spotted by the artillery. And there he is. He's trying to aim at us. He's trying to aim at us. We use a bit of auto aim. And we take a big HE shell. But we're always going to reload quicker than this guy. And there we go. Now, unfortunately, we don't have enough horsepower to stop sliding down the hill. We do lose a bit of time in supporting our team here. But we've got the game. That's so much easier for our team. So my next target, I decide, is going to be the KV2. So with the KV2 distracted by the our Tiger, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rush down the 7 line here. I'm going to use it to my advantage. Because last time he saw me, I was up here. The Kv85 could be on this side, but he's not. It's at this point here, the KV2 kills our Tiger 1. We know the KV2 has about a 21-second reload. So now the clock is ticking for us. As you can see, I've loaded a heat shell. I want the guaranteed penetration that I'm going to be able to pop the ridge, aim at a flat surface and kill this KV2 quickly. We pop the ridge, and there he is. We wait for the side shot, and we kill him. Next, and then we switch back to our HE shells. We're up to 700 damage and 2k of WN8. 717 damage and 2k WN8. That's not what we're going to get this game now. So now we're looking for the Kv85. We know where he was last spotted. He's not game, but we think we know. So there it is. He spots us back here, and he starts looking for shots at us. Kv85 doesn't have great gun depression, and he does have reasonable elevation, so we need to be careful. Purposely trying to knock the tree down there, but forgetting there's a rock in the way. Wait for him to disappear, and then what we'll try and do is relocate round, but we do get spotted again. So now there's 3 of us surrounding this Kv85. We miss. We reload a heat shell again. We're aiming for a flat surface, and he gives us the side of the turret, and we execute him. That's the game finished. 2.7k WN8. Okay guys, here we go. We've got the aftermath. We've got the results page here for you. As you can see, it was our ace mastery in the tank. We got the spotter medal. We got fire for effect. We got patrol duty, and we got the scout medal. We got 63,274 credits and 7,689 XP for our first game, which was a triple. Scroll down, we get a more detailed view here. So as you can see, we actually did get 10,256 XP. You'll see where that comes from on the next one. There is a bonus on tier 6 German tanks at the minute. So that's the detailed result there, but we'll go on to that in the other screen. So here we can see the team results now. As you can see, we came top of the team there with 1,709 base experience, which is a phenomenal achievement really. As you can see, it's quite a recent replay as well. It was taken on the 3rd of October, 9:42 this morning. Our detailed report here shows us that we fired 7, we hit 4, and we got splash damage as well. And we spotted a massive 6,735 damage, and we travelled 4.8 kilometres. So out of our money, the total profit we made was 27,751. We had to spend 20,000 credits on our large repair kit and our large med pack to put our crew and tracks back in operation. We paid 12,512 credits in resupplying our ammunition. The heat shells aren't cheap. I will say that again. And down here you can see the XP. So I'm running a premium account, so I got 2,563 XP, which is 127 to the free XP pot. There's also the ×3 on top, and then there's the personal mission payout, which is for the German tier 6, as we said, and that gives us an additional 2,564. So the total experience we earned in this game was 10,256, with 384 going to our free XP pot. So there you go, guys, that's my first effort at doing one of these videos. I know there's a couple of imperfections in it, I do apologise for them. Any feedback is great. If you found it interesting, give it a like. If you're new, click follow. I've got quite a few videos up, highlights of the Twitch live stream that we also have. You're more than welcome to come along, drop it a follow, see what you think, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.